Hey everyone, this is my first video blog I've ever done. I've done a couple little video clips here and there on encouraging people if they're in like a transformation challenge. Obviously I've done some video clips for bodybuilding.com, but I've never really done a video blog before. But anyway, I decided that it would probably be best for me to start doing something like this for a couple reasons. One, I need to get better at it. A lot of people do it, and I know that it's a good way of connecting with other people. And two, it's a little bit easier for me to convey some messages rather than writing a short novel on my BFit page. I have to be completely honest, I'm not extremely comfortable with this because I'm used to hiding behind my writing. I'm used to being able to kind of get my thoughts out, say it, push, post, and be done with it. So this is just a little bit more, I don't know, I guess, vulnerable to me. But anyway, one of the reasons why I felt inspired to do this video blog is because of some of the things that have been posted recently on my BFit page. And one thing that I've noticed that a lot of people have in common is their unhappiness with their freedom, their time to go to the gym, to spend whatever they want to spend on making themselves healthier and happier. And a lot of it, I think, comes from people who are parents, single parents or parents that are married or parents that have one child or three children. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when you're a parent, you have responsibilities, and sometimes it can really make it difficult to choose yourself. And I think that I've been fortunate because I've figured out a balance somehow. But I think most importantly, I figured out a balance because I accepted some things, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. One of the biggest things that I've accepted is that I know it's not always going to be perfect. I'm not always going to be perfect. I'm far from perfect. It's allowed me to be okay with, if I make it to the gym that day, great. If I don't, oh well, there's always tomorrow. There's absolutely no way I could spend every single day completely planned out to where I know this child isn't going to get sick, or homework isn't going to be due, or soccer practice is going to be canceled, or guess what? They've added a new soccer practice to the week. I can't live like that. And I have found that a lot of people try really hard in the beginning to plan things out so much to a T that it either causes them to feel like a failure when they can't stick to their goals, or they feel like it's not possible to stick to a goal because they just don't have the time. And I find it sad. And I think that it's important to convey to you that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to eat perfectly every single day. You don't have to make it to the gym 5-6 days a week to achieve those things that you want to achieve, because in all reality, the real reason why you went to the gym in the first place is because you wanted to be healthier. And if we're constantly striving for perfection, that's not healthy. And it will ultimately lead to sadness and depression, binges, or not eating. The result is usually not good. I have found with a lot of competitors that they feel like they always have to have something on the calendar, because if they don't, then what's the reason for going to the gym? And I think this is what makes me different. Yes, I am in the IFBB. Yes, I am a figure pro. Great. But at the end of the day, if you take that away from me, it doesn't matter, because I go to the gym to be healthier. I go to the gym to be happier. I go to the gym not because I want to be perfect, but because I want to progress. And progression can take months, years. It doesn't really matter, because it's a never-ending thing. It doesn't have a period at the end of the sentence. And I think that a lot of people spend a lot of their time trying to fit into this mold of what the fitness industry has created. And not just the fitness industry, a lot of other athletes that I see on Facebook, it makes me sad, because, they talk about having everything perfect down to a T, of every gram of every food weighed out, and if they can't make it to the gym, they'll wake up at 3 a.m. And I'm not saying that those people aren't someone that you'd want to listen to, but you don't know, their side of the story. I mean, do they have kids? Are they married? Do they have a full-time job? I mean, how do they manage all of that? And are they really, truly happy? And I think that we get lost in that somehow. I think the concept of wanting to be healthier gets confused with striving for perfection. And that's why I'm here today, because my number one goal, as I'm hiding in my daughter's room, and you can probably hear my kids screaming in the background, but my number one goal is to convey to you that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the perfect shoulders. You don't have to have the perfect butt. You don't have to have the perfect nutrition schedule. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you strive to be healthy. And as long as you aren't, grossly overweight, or have some sort of cardiovascular disease, or something to be concerned about like diabetes, you need to pace yourself and give yourself time, and understand that even if you don't make it to the gym that day or twice in 1 week, it doesn't matter. It doesn't break you, because guess what? Tomorrow's going to come, and the next week's going to come, and the next month is going to come, and you have to be stronger than that. And I think that's where you really build that solid foundation, is that you go into this journey knowing you're not striving to be perfect, knowing that you're going to mess up, knowing that there's going to be days where you thought you were going to get everything done so you could make it to the gym and do 30 minutes of cardio, and it didn't happen. And that's okay, because tomorrow's going to come. So I can speak from experience that I know what it's like to strive for perfection. I used to be someone that literally lived on a scale. Literally lived on the scale. I would probably on average weigh myself at least 20 times a day. And I have no idea why. I've discovered, things along in my journey on maybe why. But somehow, some way, I got lost in this idea of what perfect was. And it became a matter of surviving. And you don't have to be underweight for it to become a matter of surviving. You don't even have to be overweight for it to become a matter of surviving, because it's not always a physical thing. Actually, as a matter of fact, it's more of a mental thing. And I see a lot of people cry out on my BeFit page about feeling depressed or feeling like they're failing because they just can't seem to follow through as much as they'd like. And that makes me sad for them, because more than anything, I know what that's like, and I know what the other side is like, the freeing side, and it's invaluable. It doesn't even compare. And so I'm here today because I want to encourage you to take a step back and, look in the mirror and be okay with who you are, and realize that you're not perfect. No one is. It does not exist. And you'll come a long way from it. You will find yourself feeling more and more confident every day if you just allow yourself the freedom to be human. So anyway, kind of got off on a tangent, but I just wanted to touch base on why I loathe the idea of perfection. So, if you have any other things you want me to talk about, feel free to make a request. I'll do my best to get better at this. I probably talked way too long, which anybody that knows me personally knows that I have a tendency to do that. And I'm shocked that I did this without having little kids run in the background or a dog tipping me over. So anyway, have an awesome day, an awesome night wherever you are in the world, and we'll talk soon.